Hi, Valentina. Thank you so much for agreeing today to hop on this short conversation and share some feedback with us. And you being a super busy individual and entrepreneur, a founder of a leadership and inclusion and diversity consulting company, could you share, please, what your business is about, and then also how you came to that step really to seek for help from our side?
So I'm the founder, owner, CEO, executor, whatever you want to call it. I do everything at Coco Consulting and Coaching. And as you said exactly, I focus on leadership coaching regarding inclusive leadership and a lot of diversity and inclusion initiatives in terms of consulting and coaching programs for corporate leads and so on and so forth, different organizations. So in between having private clients and corporate clients and running the company by myself, let's just say that my agenda was non-stop. I was chasing things to do basically from early morning until late in the evening. My to-do list was never ending. And at some point, I started losing track of time, losing track of who I had contacted, where I was getting the lead generation process, how was it going, who did I need to go back to. I don't know how to explain it. It was basically chaos and mayhem. I was trying to, deliver services for the clients I had, create webinars and newsletter and give value to potential new client. At the same time, trying to reach out to new people to create awareness about my business. So I heard some great reviews about the services you offer in terms of having not just administrative assistants and VAs and virtual assistants, but also having great people. They're very proactive, that understand what needs to be done, that can help really improving entrepreneurs' productivity, or let's say very busy people productivity. And I thought I needed to reach out because I had tried to do it by myself and it didn't work. I had tried to do it also with a different VA, but as great as she is very task focused, more like filing, accounting, everything which needed a bit more of analysis and understanding of what was working, what not, fine tuning the lead research. It wasn't really working, and it was causing potentially even more of my time to fix some of those issues. The overall time to onboard the person you assigned to me has been 2 days. As of day 3, they were fully operational. They've been not only managing the lead generation process and the outreach, actually suggesting improvement in the process, helping me with how to do it better than I ever thought, what I needed to think about in terms of the outreach itself, but also in terms of how to categorize the data that we are collecting from the outreach to be able to check what's working and what's not. I am getting a full report every week with all the analytics. I know exactly what works and what doesn't. All the metrics are there. We have a very good strategy. And in between the improved strategy and the targeting of the people that's been improved by the way we are analyzing the data, the suggestions that the person actually provided based on their experience in the field. For me, this is, a life-changing thing, because as I said, it took me 6 months to get maybe the same amount of contacts, leads and conversation that I got in 1 week. Plus, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about mistakes being made in how the messages are addressed, and the analytics are amazing. So it's just being a significant improvement in my work-life balance, let's say, stress level significantly, and then time. I used to spend maybe 3 hours, sometimes 4 a week doing this, which is time that I now can spend on creating more strategic content, thinking about different services that can benefit the clients, going to more meetings and, you know, expos and industry fairs now that they have resumed, and doing all those things I didn't have time to do. And I know that while I am out doing all those things, the contact outreach continues without a break. It's consistent, which is also important. I was not consistent, you know. I would reach some weeks where I had too much on my plate and I wouldn't do anything for 2 or 3 weeks and then restart. And that's never a good thing.
That's excellent feedback, right? Thank you a lot. One question, of course, from the beginning, and I recall we spoke a year ago or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's not that you were convinced, right? So there were some hesitations in the beginning. Yes. Could you maybe share, you know, from a normal human entrepreneur perspective, what were those and how do you see them now? Mm-hmm. I mean, how we overcome them or?
Mm-hmm. So there were 2 initial things. First, I had to overcome the concept of I actually need help. I need a VA, I need an assistant, I need support. Initially, thinking about being a woman business, solopreneur, running my agency or consulting company, and not having an established set of clients. And I thought, well, I should be able to do everything by myself. It was a mix of financial concern, of course, because, you know, before having established clients, I was thinking, okay, why would I need an assistant if I don't have revenue? Should I not start getting clients first and then I should be able to do everything by myself, so on and so forth. So that was the very beginning. And then I started to have some clients and I started to get traction and I needed help. And I realized I needed help to improve my time management. And to be fair and very transparent, I knew about your services, and I also heard a lot of voices telling me, yes, they're great, and you still can get a virtual assistant for a lot cheaper on the market from different countries, different areas. So I thought, you know, business is still kind of slow to ramp up. I need to save money. Let me try with a cheaper alternative first. Mm-hmm. And as I was saying, the person that I hired from a different country and for a lower rate, she's great at what she does, which is very, repetitive transactional things, filing the receipts and all these things. But the understanding of the market, the process, the improvement, the analytics, I guess it was also something not fair for me to expect. When I realized basically how much time I was spending in doing this myself or giving instruction or fixing things and the lack of results, I basically did the math, back of the envelope math, and I figured that if this proves to be effective and save me time and generates even 1 lead a month, it's absolutely worth, just by the hour saved that I can spend doing other things that also bring income or grow the business, or that I don't have to outsource, it's absolutely worth the cost, the cost differential. And I have to say that I was convinced then when I did this calculation and we started working together, and the results and the actual experience is better than I was expecting. Okay. Because it's not only improving, the process and running it smoothly, it's also really the analytic behind, the expertise behind, all of the suggestions I'm getting on how certain things should be written, what you have seen working with other clients, what you've seen working in the past based on the expertise. I'm basically, yes, saving time, but also skipping a whole learning curve in terms of sales funnel and prospecting that you already have.
Are you seeing already a tangible benefit to your business? Have you been able to actually book the calls and do increased business with new leads?
The portion was either building relationship that led either to new business or to different opportunities, collaboration opportunities, speaker opportunities, whatever. And that was great. So even though when initially they're not ready for a call, after 2 months of seeing what I'm doing, because they now see whatever I'm posting and I'm writing about on their feeds, generated a business. And the fact that now I actually have time to do regularly and consistently my webinars, my content, the newsletter and the blog post, those then have generated another 2 to 3 leads of people that reach out and say, hey, I've read this interesting article. Can we work together? Da, 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 da. So, you know, it's a mix of things. Yes, more calls and more people, and a lot more time to do things which are driving value to the business directly.
That's like the best result, you know, that we really strive to achieve and support entrepreneurs. And it's really wonderful to hear that it's working so well for you.
Yeah, I'm super happy. As I said, I'm sometimes regretting I didn't start earlier, but you know, better late than never. So
everything has its time. Great. Thank you so much. I mean, this is a perfect note to end this conversation. And yeah, excellent to have you here. Thank you, Valentina.
You're welcome.